Yeah. Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a real. Don't want to talk if it ain't about the deal. But it ain't for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop. Can't break no timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Tryna hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Yeah. Booming this like Metro. Groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talk about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on, stand my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't get money, been Frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up on the family. Be talking to that at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. And I'm glad she me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. I move to the back like an athlete. Got a little buzz, but these zippers on chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet. Independent, man, these can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy, a crib with a leg and a whip for my granny. I ain't never had me no plan B. Look at me now, got a problem, get at me.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemon.
It's week 9 of the NFL, and we'll keep our eye on Azeez Al-Shaair. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Titans and the Steelers on Thursday night.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here are the Titans backed up to start this drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching.
Cut. Ready? Ready?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
That's complete to Traylon Burks. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready, break.
A first down carry for Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You look at this Steeler defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain. And it's good enough for a Tennessee first down. Back to throw, Willis. That pass taken in by Burks. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays that we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Third down, it's Willis. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Down to the 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for Steele. Henry up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Now it's 2nd and 10. Look to Willis to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And tackling, that's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the 2nd-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. 18 yards the gain for number 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Pickett, he's got this to his running back, Harris. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run?
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 38. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First down, Titans.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Caught left side, Hopkins. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
1st and goal, Tennessee.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it will be 2nd down. Here's Willis. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack. Field, it brings up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Folks' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That went down the field for Freiermuth, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 in the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans now just about ready to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. 45. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again to Henry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, How about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Henry again on second down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times. Becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They'll start the drive with Harris. Oh, good move. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there, but they're across the 50 at the 48 now. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On the give, this is Harris. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Eluding the pressure right. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Man open is Robinson. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Ready?
Willis headed left off the option. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Malik Willis keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Danico Autry is in on the stop. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. There's the stiff arm. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
At the 49-yard line.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
We never got to see Landry build on a 12-sack breakout in 2021 because a torn ACL cost him all of last season. After a full year to recover, 2023 should be a return to form for the Pro Bowler.
Now Pickett. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain an 11-point spread. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They begin with Henry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's a 2nd and 8. 2nd down. Here's Willis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down. Willis will look to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10. Here's Willis. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Throwing, Willis. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And it's fielded at the 34. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Pittsburgh, they level their mark.